Hi, my name is Chelsea and today I'll be demonstrating how to make maple pumpkin cookies from scratch. As we all know, it's fall, so it's pumpkin season, and I feel like everybody should know how to make these simple, delicious pumpkin cookies because it's the perfect way to get into that cozy fall spirit. I will say this is my first time making these cookies, so we can try making them together. As you can see, I set up my mise en place, which means that everything is in place for my ingredients. And I measured out everything before to make the process easier. And here I have a baking sheet with a piece of parchment paper later for the cookies to bake on. For our ingredients, we have half a cup of unsalted butter, which was softened. We have 3/4 cup of maple sugar. We have 1/4 cup of brown sugar. We have 1 large egg. We have half a teaspoon of baking soda. We have 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then we have a half a cup of pumpkin puree. And then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, which is here. And then we have a 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Caution, I would advise that you measure out your ingredients properly and to the exact measurement so that your cookies don't come out too cakey or dry. To begin with, we will be mixing the butter, maple sugar, and brown sugar together in this bowl. Once you have those all mixed together, we will now be using a hand mixer to mix these 3 ingredients together until soft and fluffy. Once you are done, you should get a mixture like this, and then we're gonna add the egg, baking soda, salt, vanilla, and pumpkin puree and pumpkin spice to the mix. Once you add all the ingredients, then you will mix on medium speed for 2 to 3 minutes until all the ingredients are combined. You should get a consistency like this, and then you're just going to want to add your flour into the mixture and then mix it until it's fully incorporated. Once you are finished mixing it all together, your consistency should look like this. It's very light and fluffy. So now we can start plating these cookies onto the baking sheet. So now we're gonna put these in the oven. Now we're gonna set a timer for 12 to 15 minutes, but for these cookies I'm gonna do 14 minutes. While the cookies are in the oven, we can then start on our cream cheese drizzle for the top of the pumpkin cookie. And it's only 3 simple ingredients. Here I have a 1/4 cup of cream cheese softened. Then we have a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And then we have 4 tablespoons of milk. The powdered sugar into the cream cheese. And then you're gonna wanna add half of your milk. Once you've mixed it all together, you should come out with a type of consistency like this so that you're able to put on your cookie. Now we are going to allow these to cool. Now that the cookies have cooled, we can ice them. You can also substitute the icing for different toppings such as any type of nuts or chocolate chips. And that's how you make maple pumpkin cookies. Thank you for watching.